A bit overwhelming in the garage, but here's what I told myself I'm going to do. I've got my Supra parts all over the place, the intake manifold, the head, the block, whole stack of parts underneath there. I got the trans laying over there. So before I start spraying paint and getting paint and on overspray on any of these parts, possibly getting it on over any of these parts, I told myself the best course of action is I'm going to put the motor all back together under the condition. So I dropped the oil pan, and I actually forgot I had a baffle on this thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to inspect my pickup tube, which the pickup tube looks really good. It doesn't look like there's any metal there. And I'm going to inspect the bottom of the pan. And if that checks out, I'm just going to clean up the block and the head and throw the new head gasket on it. I got a different head gasket. I got the HKS head gasket, the 1.6 millimeter. I got my freeze plugs from Powerhouse Racing. I think they're the titanium ones because, I don't know, is more expensive more better? I don't know. But I want to do it once. I don't want to do it again. So pop all these freeze plugs out. Again, pending if my oil, it looks clean. I can only imagine that oil is going to look good. So I am just going to slap a new head gasket, freeze plugs, and put it all back together because I would like to get that car, I would like to get all these parts just out of my way. They're all over the place. It's a mess, and it is a bit overwhelming, especially when the GTR is starting to come apart too. The car I said I was just going to drive and buy. At least that's what I said to myself. Yeah. Okay. So that's the plan. Let's see what the oil looks like. I dumped out that oil pan. And this is what I see. Well, number one, that stuff shouldn't be in there. Is it bearing material? That looks gigantic to be bearing material, but what else could it be? So I guess I'm not just putting a head gasket on it, am I? I'm not an engine builder, so I can't really speak to the wear. I disassembled further. Pistons out because these pieces here that I found in my oil pan, they were too big, in my opinion, to be bearing material, and they just didn't look like it. All right, I drained the oil, ran it through a paint strainer, and then that's how I was able to separate it. But check it out. I'm glad I kind of popped the pistons out because this stuff feels soft, smooth. It reminds me of like graphite. Right there. There's your culprit. That's the coating that was coming off. And it's on every piston. So good news is I contacted Diamond and they said that this type of coating is like a screen print and it's not the best. My words. And I can send it back to them and they'll recoat them in a spray coating. Not gonna lie, I'm a little scared about a coating in general, but whatever. I'm gonna trust them because they are in the piston business and I am not. So sending these back, they're gonna do that free of charge and I'm gonna get them back together. And I'm gonna order a new set of bearings, put it back together and go.